Good day, and today's question comes from Simon in the United Kingdom, and Simon asked me, what is it like to spend your life as an expat, and what conclusions can you draw about cultural differences? Well, thank you for that excellent question, Simon, and here's my answer. I've spent my life as an expat, and so far I've lived mainly in 7 different countries and maybe more soon. However, my overwhelming conclusion is that there is fundamentally no cultural difference from one country to another. There's rather a prevailing similarity, a common point in every country, and that is in each country we believe that our country is unique and special. It cannot be understood by anybody else, and we sure as hell don't have any lessons to learn from anybody else. This Babel phenomenon, as I call it, comes from, in my opinion, the fact that we don't have the linguistic skills to understand the reality of day-to-day life in other countries, some other place, and also from the fact that we rely on national media in particular. We consider national media to be truth. Therefore, stereotypes and caricatures and superstitions about our own culture and about other people's supposed culture prevail. But wait a minute, what about etiquette and manners and handicrafts and folklore? Well, of course, you have differing orders, protocols, and etiquette in different places, and if you go and live in those different places, so you will learn about those etiquettes and protocols in order to live your life in a polite manner, in order to be able to get anything done. However, all of these differences in order, and I hold my spoon in my right hand or my left, are unevenly distributed across the surface of the globe. So in country X, you will find one cultural phenomenon, and then maybe in country Y, 10,000 kilometers away, you will also find it. So there's a seemingly random distribution of those protocols. Of course, it's not random. It does depend on history, on climate, on the type of foodstuff that's available, and on how places are structured economically. Very interestingly, I think there is one current global trend that's very strong. That is the Anglosphere, or the English-speaking world. So for those who don't know, that does not mean like all of the white people. That means the English-speaking world, which is less than 2% of the global population. But it's a very, very big and big on influence, big on economic power, and big on thought leadership and lack of thought leadership. And of course, the internet has grown substantially over the last couple of decades, and a form of English has become a kind of lowest common denominator. Micmac form of English has become the lingua franca, or the language of everyday communication between nations across the internet. This has empowered Western media substantially, and the tiny English-speaking part of the world population has really been able to spread its Puritan and communist political directions, which are very, very marked, in particular now affecting not only the English-speaking countries, the United States, Canada, Great Britain, Australia, and so forth, and God bless you that I've missed you out, but also greatly affecting Northern Europe now. And this Puritan and communist trend is very, very clearly visible, reaching every country across the world now as a political means of maintenance of the effectively almost dead phenomenon of the nation state. So I hope that was of interest. Many thanks indeed for your question. Please keep your question coming. Good evening to you. Thank you very much.